Welcome back, guys. I hope you're doing well. You're going to enjoy this session, I assure you that. And before we dive into MySQL, start typing queries or creating databases, there are a few terminologies and some information about the database that you need to know beforehand, all right? So to make it easier, I have created a presentation, all right? So let me show you that. So this is the presentation that you need to understand today before diving into MySQL. So, what is a database? A defined and meaningful collection of data stored in a computer which can be easily accessed, updated, or deleted as required by the database operators, administrators, or users. Well, yeah, that sounds like a typical definition, but it will make more sense as we move on with the course. For example, when you sign up for a Facebook account or Twitter account or any account you want, let's say an Instagram account, the data entered by you, such as your name, your email address, your favorite book author's name, your phone number, password, age, etc. These data are stored on the company's server. All right. So if you are signing up for an account on Instagram, Instagram collects your data and stores them on their server. And these data are stored on in their server in the form of databases. So it's definitely important to know beforehand, right? And the next section is what is MySQL? So it's a very important question because that is what we are going to learn. So what exactly is MySQL? Now note that I'm calling it MySQL and not MySQL. So it really doesn't matter what you say. Some people like to call it MySQL, some people call it MySQL. So that's just personal preferences. It doesn't really matter. MySQL is an open source relational database management system or RDBMS. I'm sure you have heard of this term if you're into database, where SQL or SQL in the MySQL means structured query language. So keep that in mind. MySQL is a structured query language. There are other type of languages. There are document type of languages, document based languages, but we won't go deep into them because we are just learning MySQL. And RDBMS is something which stores data in the form of relations. Relations sounds like a no, not that relation. This relation means table. Yeah, the term relation in RDBMS refers to what we commonly call a table. A table basically consists of columns and rows, and relation is basically just a fancy term given to table. Alright, so this is the basic structure. A database consists of various tables, and each of this table consists of various columns and rows. Alright, even these columns and rows have other fancy names which we will see in upcoming slides. Alright, so these are the popular RDBMS software: Microsoft SQL Server, MySQL, Oracle Database, Postgres, IBM DB2, Microsoft Access, SQLite, SAP Sybase, Teradata, Firebird, and trust me guys, there are 100 more database softwares, but these are the most popular ones which are used worldwide. Now we are using MySQL, the second one. One of the reasons is that MySQL is used in variety of ways. MySQL is used with PHP in backend web development. It is used in desktop software for storing data, manipulating them. It is even used in mobile applications to use the data. Although in Android phones and other smartphones, SQLite is a popular choice for developers. Alright, so let's move on. Here are a few more terminologies. Relation is the technical term for table in RDBMS, which I just told you a few minutes before. Rows or the horizontal entity. Now, in this slide, these are the rows, the horizontal ones. I haven't given them a name, so you need to visualize them. This horizontal stuff. These are basically rows. The horizontal entity in a relation are known as records or tuples. Now these records and tuples are the technical terms used in RDMS for rows. And for columns, the vertical entity, this one, columns which I have highlighted, these are known as fields or attributes. So when someone says attribute in RDMS, they basically mean column. Alright? And then there is this term called null. Null value in a field basically means that the field has no value defined. So keep that in mind. Null doesn't mean that there is zero value or a very less value. Null basically means the data type, sorry, the value in that field has not been defined. It's like saying, hey, I don't know what that means. All right. If, for example, if there is an age field for a girl and she doesn't want to specify her age, she could just leave that field. So that is not like saying I am 0 year old. That's just like saying I don't want to tell it what my age is. All right. So that is what null value does. So those are basically the things you needed to know before starting MySQL. So I see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.